This has got to be my favorite part of the whole 3-part series. So what this is after we met with Gary, we get walked by one of his assistants, Sean, down into a boardroom where we're just hanging out, kind of waiting for the bus to come and get us. While we're in there, this kind of impromptu discussion starts on what were your takeaways from the meeting. I didn't plan for this to happen. How it started was one student of mine, Nate, who you'll see right in the beginning, started talking to Sean about why he should never leave Vayner Media, how it was the most amazing place that he'd ever been to. And then he goes into this first part, which you'll see, and it was really, we wanted for our kids on this. Like, we knew what we wanted them to take away from it and how we wanted them to feel and how we wanted this to open them up. But the fact of the matter is, when you're a teacher, like, you can want all you want for the kids, but it doesn't mean it's actually gonna happen. In the end, we really got like more than we ever could have hoped for. And I'm not saying this to like build up Gary more than like the person he is, but what this was really just an experience for the students, and it really did have a really great effect on them. And that's all teachers could ever want, or parents could ever want for their children. One of my favorite parts is this first part with my homie Nate that says this thing that was more than what we could have asked for, because my co-teacher and I, Miss Yonkers, who's in the pink blazer, she and I have been talking to Nate for years about all kinds of stuff. And so to have him go in and have this 60-minute experience and take out of it what he took out of it is like, it's the greatest gift that we could have hoped for on this trip. So here, check this out, and this is what went down after the meeting.
I'm fascinated by the game of opportunity. Like, I think when you get into these conversations, like, who's got opportunity, who's born, who wins the lottery of being born into a trust fund, who doesn't. So for me, what's really, really crazy is I think the people that have the advantage now have the chip on their shoulder, have the flip mentality that I associate more with not the Upper East Side.
Like, I don't even think I could leave here and like go back outside and do the same dumb stuff. No, seriously, like, all jokes aside, like on a serious note, like I don't think like I could literally go home today and go back outside and like do like dumb type of stuff, or like even like right now all I'm thinking about is like how am I to better myself, like literally. Like I don't think I could even. Like,
we gotta thank Mr. Reynolds for like even.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's just like I ain't know that was happening to me, bro. Cause I'm hard headed, bro. Like, I don't listen to nobody.
So what was it then?
I mean, it's just like you see, like I never seen this before. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I hear you, man.
I never got this. Like I got to talk. Like Miss Yonkers talk to me every day. You talk to me every day.
Yeah,
but it's like I see y'all every day. You feel me? Like I still connect with y'all, but seeing like what I can accomplish if like I just stay to me and just do what I gotta do and stay in my lane, like I don't need this, but I could definitely better myself, like be a better Nate. Like I wasn't trying to be a better Nate before. I didn't care. But now I care. Like I care like what I do. I care like how I come off to people. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that.
What about other people? Like what was? So I'm not asking for anything particular, right? But like, what was like a takeaway? Like now that's like fresh in your head.
The one thing that I took away from this whole thing is when he told me to like stay in your own lane. You feel me? Like,
True.
Like I got a brother. You feel me? So like that's who I looked up to like in my life. You feel what I'm saying? Like I ain't look up to nobody.
Yeah.
I just was studying like what my older brother was doing. You feel me? But like now like. Hearing what y'all talking about, like what you saying and what he was talking about and all that, like I don't think that's my lane. Like I don't think the lane that I was in before is like good for me. Like I feel like I could do better. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. What are you thinking, Fro?
Same thing. It's like you know me, like freshman, all of that stuff. It was like me, an individual, like like you know my situation. Like I ain't had no direction. Like now this gave me like some type of direction, because I was just, before I even came here, like I was just going through it. Like these past weeks, like I just been thinking like where am I going to go? We about to graduate, where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do. Like I ain't really had no passion. Now I'm talking to somebody who came from someone worse than me, or like he made the best of his situation, make the best of his situation. Like I think you look at it like, if I can do that, I can accomplish something like this.
Word. Anybody else? Anything that you're just thinking of now? I just think it's gonna be different now. Like, and you'll definitely think of like stuff later and be like, oh snap, yeah, this too. But what are you thinking, Noah?
I think it's amazing. Like being yourself to the fullest of your potential. Like finding your craft and knowing who you are and going as far as you can with that. I think that's like the thing that stood out the most to me. Because he told me, like, yeah, I'm not great at a lot of stuff, but I know what I am good at, and I take advantage of that. I think that's like, that's what stood out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I got that. Don't care what nobody thinks.
Don't care what nobody thinks? You think you got that?
His exact words. What do you say, Shakir? Well, he said, don't care what nobody thinks. I know, what was his exact words?
I mean, we in a booth and we're cursing this while. He did say, don't give a fuck what nobody thinks.
Yeah, right.
Stop giving.
Oh, stop. We can't say it. That's what I'm gonna start doing.
Man, I think that was my takeaway too. I mean, really kind of like understanding who you are as a person, and that like you really shouldn't just give a fuck about what people think. And then once you understand that, then you like golden. Like that's the goal. To really be self-aware, to be understanding of who you are as a person and what you can accomplish. That's one of the things I've struggled with. So that's definitely something that I believe is like a goal that you should reach.
My takeaway was just like when Gary said, when you can just get past the part about no one giving a shit. Like, when you can just get past the part about the world's not gonna care about your problems. Like people grow up and people do different things. When you can get past that, you can start to see what you're gonna have to start going for yourself. Like it's always like she's like try a bunch of different things and be able to like really expand. Like if you're not good at this, try to do this or maybe go back to it, but just keep trying a whole bunch of different things until you get your niche, and then you just be able to be great at it if you really put the work in. Like those hours, not like for 45 minutes and not, you know, playing Madden for like 24 hours straight. Just being able to really perfect your art and then excelling at that. And then just go.
Something that Gary said that stood out, and I'm interested to know your perspective on it. So he said, in actuality, you guys have an advantage rather than a disadvantage. What were your takeaways from that? Like, what were your thoughts on that?
The whole underdog thing.
Yeah.
Where he said like, I like to be the underdog because no one expects like a lot of people don't know who he is, Gary Vee.
Yeah.
I think that's his advantage, where like they don't expect Nike from him, so he can like blow their minds when he actually like does what he does. I think that's what we need to do, because we all from West Philly, like they don't expect us. They expect us to be like drug dealers, whatever, like fresh grocery workers forever. So
yeah, they just don't expect us to like win or anything like. But something that I did take from it, like when he was talking about like his parents and stuff coming from Russia with $100 or whatever. It's really no reason to make excuses. Like he was talking about like people living in like the Amazon or whatever. Like I'm like, dang, like I got a house, like and like stuff, like anything is possible. You get what I'm saying?
Like I know my friends, like Shakir friends, like people who you know in West Philly, like they ain't had the opportunity that we had today. You feel what I'm saying? To like help you change your thought process. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Right.
people who don't like did not get to even come to this, they're gonna still think the same way because they didn't have the opportunity to have somebody tell them like, yo, you can do this better, or if you change this will happen. You feel what I'm saying? They're gonna be stuck in that mindset. You feel me? Like people in West Philly, bro. Literally, I was just like them a couple hours ago.
Us coming back with this mindset after coming here and educating people in our community with the stuff that we learn will have them thinking like that. When you come back talking a whole different game, then they're going to be like, oh, dang, he kind of is a higher up now. He kind of is on a new level. Like, so then that's where your credibility come in, because you from where they from. You was just doing the same stuff that they was doing. And now you switching up on some new, better life choices and better mindset stuff, and you come in and rapping them about it, trying to educate them about it. Then you look like a higher up coming back and giving back what you learned.
And so if you change your game, right, you have no idea who you could influence, especially if you're coming from a certain place that someone can identify with. Because really, if you did it, then how's that stopping anybody else from West from doing it also? It has a lot to do with being open, and the fact that you went into that room and you were open today to like what was going down. Like he said something that hit you and opened you up, and then you were able to like gobble up all that other information. That's watch.
I feel like the fact for me to see like somebody that got all this, you feel what I'm saying? And like doing it like that.
You're seeing it firsthand.
Yeah, it's like that's gonna change you. When I hear how you speak, like you're not.
It seems so genuine, like the whole thing, what he was saying, and the vibe that just we got off of it, and I think that made it more powerful. Because when people seem genuine, it just seemed way more like you could take way more from it, because you know that what they say they mean, and they're not doing it for pictures, they're not doing it for videos, they're doing it because they want to.
In closing, a lot came out of this. Like, a lot of people have been reaching out, offering services to the students, offering experiences. Larry, the guy who was sitting in the corner, has been really successful selling things on Amazon. He reached out. We're gonna do another trip to go meet up with him sometime in the middle of June. Well, D-Rock actually emailed me today and said that they're putting together a small documentary of our whole trip. You'll see more footage from this going forward. I wanna do like a video in 6 months or a year to see like the lasting impact of something like this happening with the students. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, with the airplanes. To everyone that's watching this, we thank you so much. I really appreciate your support and your interest in the kids, and what more could you ask for? Thanks, guys. Peace.